So people online have been shitting on Record of Ragnarok since it came out yesterday. So let's talk about it. Here's my review. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel of 5 Stock Reviews, hosted by yours truly of 5 coming straight from the living room to you on the internet. Now before we go any further guys, make sure you like, comment, your boy trying to get to 1k subscribers and I need your help. So please subscribe if you haven't and also share my videos so others can subscribe as well. I would really appreciate that. So yes guys, let us talk about Record of Ragnarok anime. It's only 12 episodes and it came out on Netflix yesterday and I've been hyped about Record of Ragnarok. I don't know when I heard about it, but for some reason I was just hyped about it. I was looking forward to it. I didn't even know it was a Netflix anime or anything. I know the connotation that Netflix anime has, and I keep wondering, why does Netflix make bad anime or subpar anime? Is it that they don't put enough money into it, or are they rushing the production? What is really going on? Why do they keep making these subpar or bad anime? And does that mean that Record of Ragnarok is a bad anime to me? Not really. I felt like it was cool. So let's get into it. So the storyline is every 1,000 years, all the gods come together and the council of the gods or whatever, and they decide the fate of humanity. And this time around, they decided that, you know what, unanimously, they're going to destroy humanity because, as usual, humans are greedy, they're destroying the planet, they are ungrateful, blah, 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 blah. So they become a scourge to the earth, so they need to be taken out completely, they need to be completely annihilated. And in this council of the gods, actually, there are gods from different mythology, different religions, you know, Norse mythology, Greek gods are here, some Indian gods are there. I didn't see any Egyptian gods. Maybe there are, but I didn't see any. I didn't see Jesus there or anyone like that. So I'm like, okay, not all the gods are there. Like you could see Odin, Zeus, Hermes, Ares, Thor, Loki, and a few others. Aphrodite had big titties for no reason. Oh my days, they were massive, they were gigantic. Like she's just a fan service character. Like, yo, them titties big though. Eh? Those two servants that are holding up the titties. They're like a support system, you know, like a support bra of some sort. That's crazy. Anyway, they decided that they're going to destroy humanity. So here comes Brunhilde, the eldest of the Valkyries, and he says, according to the constitution of the gods, that actually there's a way out for humanity. They can just have a tournament against humanity, 13 humans versus 13 gods, and they fight to the death. If humans win, they get to live for another 1,000 years. If the gods should win, the humans are going to get annihilated, all of them. So yeah, there are 13 human warriors and 13 god warriors. They have to fight, right? So the best out of 7. So the first set to reach 7 wins. That's the end of it. So the stakes are really high for the humans. You know, the gods don't really have anything to lose, really, except that when anyone dies, like the soul is destroyed, there's no redemption, there's nothing, like that's the end of it. So they never use that clause, or they never use that provision in the constitution before, because it's impossible for humans to beat gods. I mean, like, how is that possible? Gods created human beings, so how is it possible that humans are going to beat gods? But anyway, they laughed at her, but they still accepted their challenge, and the fight begins. So there, like I said, there's only 12 episodes. There's only 3 fights, and each fight takes about 3 or 4 episodes to be done. Okay, before I even go there, so there are also the Valkyries. There are about 13 of them. So there are 13 Valkyries, but the 2 main characters here are Brunhilde, that's the eldest Valkyrie, and their youngest sister, Gor. I won't say she's the Valkyrie yet, but I guess when she grows up, she's going to be a Valkyrie. So you see the things through their eyes, and then the other Valkyries, the other Valkyries, they act as weapons for the humans. So that's the way that they're able to fight gods, because the Valkyries are kind of demigods. So having the Valkyries turn into weapons it's the only way that humans can actually fight gods. It makes sense that way. So the first fight is between Bu and Randgita. She is his weapon. Bu is the strongest man, and then that's versus Thor, who is the strongest god. I like Thor's design. I like Bu's design as well. I found their fight interesting. I don't want to really spoil it. What they did is like, this anime is just a tournament arc. Like throughout, it's just a tournament. That's all it is. And tournament arcs, they can be hit or miss. And I just recently watched Yu Hakusho, so I was in the mood for more tournament arcs. Let me just see if I'm gonna like them or not. I didn't find this one to be boring like that. I even found it to be a bit more exciting. So I wouldn't say like it's a trash anime like people are saying. Is it great? No, it's okay. In every fight, they're going to get like the background of each character. They'll take the flashback, how they became the way they were and stuff. And before they reveal a new move that they haven't done before, they also take you back to a flashback as to how they even came to that move, and then they do the move and stuff. So I like that. That's the only way it's going to work, because you can't have a full episode where they're just fighting, trading blows, and that's all you're going to get. But when you have the flashbacks, for more background information, you can get a bit more attached to these characters. The fight between Bu and Thor lasted 16 minutes. I wouldn't tell you who won. Go and watch and find out for yourself. So the next fight is now between Adam, and his Valkyrie weapon is Reginleif. That's her name. And the name of the weapon is Knuckle Duster versus Zeus, who just used bare knuckles. So it was an interesting fight. The first man, basically in this case, Adam can copy anything the gods can do, because they even took it back to let us make man in our own image and stuff. So I'm like, okay, you are quoting the Bible, but Jesus is not even in here, number one. And like the way they kind of did it, you're quoting the Bible, yeah, but Jesus is not even in here, like at all. But he's now fighting Zeus, like Zeus made him. So it was a bit like, what's going on? So they were just mixing a bunch of stuff together. So the concept of Ragnarok makes sense. I guess in the manga, it's even like it's crazier than the anime, because people are complaining about the anime because they had high hopes for the anime. Zeus looks like Genryusai from Bleach. He also looks like Netero, to be honest. He looks like any old man anime with a long beard. And yeah, they were fighting. They're calling Zeus GFOC. That is Godfather of the Cosmos. So this was not like the first man versus King of Gods. And it was a great fight, They were fighting, they were trading blows like it was on sale during Black Friday. It was like it was about to go out of stock. So I think for me here, one thing is that the animation was okay, but it got to a point where I think at some crucial moments, instead of them to keep animating, they just started doing like, the stills, like just a picture, instead of them to animate it fluidly, So I say that's my issue there. And the fight was so intense, like the stakes were so high. Who would come out victorious? Because even if it was not like because in this case there's no knockout, there's no I surrender, like literally it's to the death. So even if you have the upper hand, as long as you didn't kill the other person, you didn't win. So in this case, the fight lasted 7 minutes. I wouldn't tell you one. So now the final fight was between Kojiro Sasaki, a human, and his sword was Hirst. And then Poseidon. So Poseidon is Zeus's older brother, but he looks so much younger than Zeus. Zeus looks like a proper old man. Poseidon looks like he's in his eternal youth. I just like this fight. This is actually the best fight for me, because like just from the way that Poseidon even came into the ring, like there was water everywhere. He just came, he parted the water like Moses, like, oh shit, okay. I like his design, and he's so pompous, like he doesn't even look people in the eye, because he just reminds me of Escanor with all that pride, I don't mind the pride, he's called a tyrant of the ocean. Everyone is scared of him. Like when he entered, the tension was too much, because everyone was underrating Sasaki. I was like, this guy, he's old, how can he even beat this guy? Like, there's no way he can beat Poseidon. They call Poseidon Zeus of the sea or Zeus and Aleos. So like this fight was crazy as well. And also Kojiro is the biggest loser. He never won a fight in his life, but he kept honing his skills even after death, because here like humans from all across time were there. But one thing I know is that there were no black people in the audience, not even one. How are you fighting on behalf of the human race? You're in the Colosseum, but there's no one black person there. Were black people not alive? Look at us, like, they will not do some nice things in history. Like, fam, come on, man, come on, like, at least some representation, okay? Some representation is in order. You also see like some famous people, like Michelangelo was in the audience, and a few other people, like he's the most noticeable one. Even Cain and Abel were here. He was there. I was like, oh, this arena is crazy. And then the host, Heimdall is such a fantastic host, man. He just made it so much better for me, you know, with his commentary and stuff. Kojiro's power here is that he can scan any move. Like, the reason why he was the biggest loser is not because he couldn't fight, but whenever he fought, like, if he fights a person once, then he go back in his head and fight the person mentally for as many times as possible, and then defeat the person. So he can predict any move, he can scan any move quickly and counter it, whereas Adam could copy any move and then counter it. So that was really nice. And they were calling Poseidon G-O-G, that's God of gods, G-O-G, 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 and they just said, He just looks at them, he just looks down on everyone like so much. So it got to a point where they were fighting, the fight was getting more intense, like Poseidon was striking Kojiro so much. The strikes were pouring down like rain, like a heavy storm. I was like, okay, I don't even know who is going to win, but you know, they kept going and going. And then the commentator said the tempest of attack is like the flood during Noah's Ark period. I was like, okay, this is funny. And I still wouldn't tell you who won this one, but the stakes were so high. And when the fight was over, like the final move, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I went crazy, like, oh, okay. So altogether, I like this one, guys. It's not the best anime I've seen, but it's not as bad as people are making it seem to be. I didn't read the manga. I don't read manga in general, so maybe that's why I'm not as disappointed as other people are, to be honest. Maybe if I read the manga and I'm more invested in the story, I'd be like, you know, Netflix, you guys suck, fuck you guys. So I'm waiting for the season 2. I wonder when that one will come out. How many tokens does Record of Ragnarok get? I'll give this one a strong 7 tokens out of 10. I liked it. It was okay. You know, at some point it went up there for me. Sometimes it came down. But I like the whole concept, you know, mixing so many things together. Like, for example, they rewrote the story of Adam and Eve and how they fell out of grace from God and stuff, like what really happened with the serpent. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. It's blasphemous, but it's crazy, you know, like, so the flavor that they mixed in there, I like it. So the whole concept of Record of Ragnarok, I like it. The execution, was it perfect? No. I'll say the execution was about 70%, but you know, I'm not complaining. The animation is not out of this world, it's just okay. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And also, I like the expressions on the faces of Brunhilde, like, I live for expressions, man. And just that whole tournament feel, like when something crazy happens, the way everyone in the crowd reacts. Like, sometimes everyone will go silent, sometimes the passion, people are shouting, you can do this. Ah! And then just seeing the motivation of each warrior, you know, it just made me feel good inside. I like that kind of stuff, you know. It is what it is. I don't mind a tournament arc. So I cannot wait for season 2, guys. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go now. Before I go, make sure you like it. Let me know how you feel about Record of Ragnarok, if you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it, would you see it after watching this video? Let me know. Comment down below. The boy is trying to get to 1K subscribers, and I need your help. So please subscribe if you haven't, and also share my videos so others can subscribe as well. I would really appreciate that. The link to my social media will be in the description below. So make sure you follow me on social media, guys. I would really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go now for real. But if you wanna stick around, you can watch my previous videos. Salut.